Following the crypto market has been absolutely insane as of late. It's been so entertaining. The highs are really high and the lows are really low. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my exact price points for my trading strategy as it pertains to XRP. And I will also touch upon what I've been doing with my crypto portfolio. Now, one of the reasons that I haven't been putting out a lot of content is because I'm neck deep in work. I'm growing the business and I'm getting blessed with a lot of gigs. So I've been busy with that, and that will likely continue into the near future. But I wanted to jump behind the camera here and be honest with you about my position and at what price points I'm aiming to buy and sell. So first things first, nothing changed with my thesis that Bitcoin will hit its peak after this past halving cycle of $145,000 by July 1st of 2025. Now, personally, I will not be selling out of Bitcoin waiting for it to hit $145,000. I will likely do it when it's near $135,000 to leave a little bit of wiggle room. I've put out videos in the past where I had math and reasoning behind why I will be doing such a thing, and currently Bitcoin is the largest holding in my portfolio. I also hold Chainlink and I hold Sui, and I've actually added to the positions this past week when we saw the lows. The reason I'm investing in those is because I do feel that we're going to hit some form of altcoin season, and these two cryptos are not getting a lot of attention, and there is utility behind it. And I believe personally that they're high quality cryptos. And although it's a little bit of a gamble and I'm just putting a little bit in, these are the cryptos that I'm investing in because I like to invest in things when people are not paying a tremendous amount of attention to it, because then I feel like the springboard is a lot juicier and potentially I could see better returns than something like XRP, which everyone and their grandmother and their grandchild is paying attention to at the moment. That being said, let's discuss with what I am doing as far as XRP is concerned. So currently I have a strategy in place and it's already worked once, and I'm going to keep this going. So when XRP hits below $1.72, I have a limit order set to buy around 4,000 to 5,000 XRP. And then what happens is that when XRP hits $1.98, I have a limit order to sell. So anything above $1.98, I won't be seeing profits from, and I won't be scooping it up below $1.72 for my short-term position. So basically, I'm hoping that XRP bops around between $1.70 and a little over $2 quite a few times in the next couple of months. This is my short-term swing trading strategy. So again, $1.72 I buy, $1.98 I sell. Then I have a much larger position that I am aiming to invest into XRP if XRP hits below $1.58. This is the price point that I am comfortable once again going long term in XRP at. $1.58, I have a limit order in. It's close to $10,000, not 10,000 XRP, but $10,000. And I'm not investing everything I have. I'm going to leave some room that if there's drops below that or substantial drops below that, I can go ahead and take advantage of those basement floor prices. Again, I've made my reasons for why I sold out of XRP. As of right now, it seemed to be a very good decision. I started selling it when it was at $3.20, shown my position along the way, and finally I exited out fully when it was at $2.40, and the majority of me taking out profits was around the $2.80, $2.85 mark, and I was able to make very nice 5-digit profits. I locked that in, and I'm not someone that, locks in 5-digit profits and then goes in the next week, because what's the point of that? I could easily lose that. So I want to hang on to that, and the only point in time that I'm comfortable investing in a project like XRP again, long term, is if it drops below $1.58. That being said, though, I am looking for it to bop around a few times, and that would be great because each time I'm able to lock in the difference between $1.98 and $1.72, which is a difference of 26 cents. Now multiply 26 cents by 4,000 or 4,500 XRP, which I aim to buy on the short term if those price targets hit. And you could see that it's a healthy chunk of change that I'm locking in each time there's a swing like that. So with that being said, I just wanted to update you on that. And I wanted to leave you with a message. So right now is exciting times in crypto, but crypto is a huge time suck. The reason that I have this plan in place and I adhere to it with discipline and willpower, I don't, when I'm just bored, start day trading. I don't do any of that. I have a plan and I lock into that plan. And I'll tell you why it's beautiful to have a plan, because I don't need to stay glued to the technical analysis. I don't need to watch 15 XRP videos a day. I think it's ridiculous that some YouTubers are putting out 2 to 3 XRP videos a day. I mean, it's so freaking ridiculous. But I digress. I do not need to stare at candlestick charts and try to figure out patterns. I have a plan in place, and then I put that plan in action, and I'm very efficient with my time. I'm spending my time working on the business, spending time with my loved ones, going to the gym, traveling. I'm not staying glued to the charts. I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. to go to the bathroom and then running over to check my phone to see what price XRP is trading at. I'm mentioning that because I know that a lot of you do that, and I want to recommend to you to not do that, to actually have a plan, stick to it, and be mindful of the time that you have. Your attention and your time are the most important assets in this lifetime. Life whizzes by quickly. And when you have bull markets like this in crypto, it is so easy to just spend hours on end staring at the charts, following every single headline, following every single nonsense YouTube video, right? And this is one of the reasons that's actually motivated me to stop putting out a lot of crypto content. I'm going to take a small break, I feel, because every single time I go on YouTube, I see the most ridiculous XRP titles and cover photos, and it's just made me disenchanted to continue to be kind of a crypto YouTuber or an XRP YouTuber. I certainly don't want to be labeled that, because honestly, I feel like those are bottom of the barrel car salesman-y type people, and I just don't want to be clumped into that. So I think I'm going to go back to making some AI tutorial videos. I will definitely return and make crypto videos here and there. So if you're just interested in XRP videos and crypto and you need to say sayonara and unsubscribe, I appreciate you for sticking around to this point and watching some videos, and no hard feelings. If you want to stick around and follow my journey, I'll certainly keep you updated here and there on what I'm doing with my crypto portfolio, but I'm going to return back to another passion of mine, which is artificial intelligence. I work as an AI consultant. My business is web development. I love to put out helpful tutorials that help people market their business or rank higher in Google search, or just even tutorials on what type of hosting platforms to use or work through web development problems. So I'm going to return to doing that because I want to sleep well at night and not stare at myself in the mirror and feel like I'm turning into one of these crypto YouTubers that, oh, as soon as there's a big price swing or a headline, I got to jump behind the cam and pretend to be all animated and excited for you and tell you that something's going to the moon or it's doing nothing, or fighting with people in the comment section. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you take a look at my other videos, I've always been extremely honest, and I was right. When I sold out at $3.20 out of XRP all the way down to $2.40, I was getting butchered along the way. And if you read those comments in the comment section, you'll see that the people, everything they were saying, like, they were wrong and I was right. And I'm not here to say, oh, I told you so. I'm here to say I don't really want that energy. I want to live a more balanced life, I suppose, on YouTube, in the sense that I want to make sure that I'm adding value to the YouTube space and society in general by putting out helpful information, tutorials. That's what makes me feel best. As far as my personal crypto trading and stuff, that'll continue, and I'll update you from time to time, but I most certainly will not be dedicating as much time as I was in the past couple of months to crypto on this channel. So with that being said, I hope you guys appreciated the content that I did put out, and certainly stay tuned if you'd like to for the future content. And I hope you appreciate that as far as crypto is concerned, there were no sponsors, there were no affiliates, I didn't have you join any discords, I didn't sell you on any courses. I just told you the way it is, and hopefully you learned something and it has motivated you to do the due diligence, to continue to learn on your own, to not just trust but verify, right? This is the ethos of crypto, and that should be the case for due diligence as well. Don't just listen to some YouTubers, don't just listen to some headlines. I mean, these blogs, these YouTubers, they need to put out something each day. So a lot of it is just a dopamine hit that they're trying to attract you with, as far as, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, you need to hear this. And it's just something that they need to keep churning out material so that they could keep feeding the YouTube algorithm machine and their ad revenue they could keep raking in. I'm not like that because thankfully I rely on other things to feed myself and not just YouTube. And so with that being said, I'm going to try to stay more true to myself. And I appreciate all of you who stayed around for the entirety of this video. I know it wasn't a tremendous amount of substance, but just wanted to update you on what I've been doing. And hopefully I'll see some of you in the next video.